Good afternoon. Welcome to Tabla. We are at Tabla Winter Park and I'm Chef Sarjan, and I firstly thank Mr. Scott Joseph for giving us an opportunity to perform. And today I will like to demonstrate the chicken biryani. Chicken biryani is actually an all-time favorite for everyone, for me and for everyone who would enjoy. So, and I've got a lot of requests for people asking me for the chicken biryani. So to start off with, the main basic ingredients, like we have the chicken. I have the chicken, boneless chicken. You can add the chicken with bone too, that is more flavorful, but this is more easy to eat. And then you have the ginger garlic paste, we have the chopped mint, chopped cilantro, yogurt, and here I've used whole chilies which is slit, and I would tell the reason behind that. Instead of chopped chilies, I have clarified butter. And the main ingredient is our basmati rice. And for our main spices, I've used, the main 5 spices like cardamom, cinnamon, cloves, bay leaf, and I have some cumin seeds and stone flour, and I have the basic Indian spices like the chili powder, the turmeric powder, the coriander powder, and to top it all, we have the salt to taste. The first thing is I have the rice, the basmati rice, and I have already soaked it in water for about 1 hour. And you don't have to soak it for a long time, because I've heard people, they soak it for 5, 6, no. You just soak the rice for about half an hour to 1 hour, and I've done the same thing, and I'm going to strain it off. Strain all the rice. And the next step is, actually I'll tell you, this chicken biryani is a very easy thing to do, very easy. So the rice is ready, and the next one is the chicken. We marinate the chicken. So always the chicken should be marinated in advance, like about for overnight. So what I've done is, I have the chicken here, ginger garlic paste, and you use the yogurt, because the acids in the yogurt will help in tenderizing the meat. And then I use chopped mint, chopped cilantro, and I use salt. And this spice what I have ground has cardamom, cinnamon, clove, and bay leaves which I have roasted, and this is the powder. And it has a beautiful aroma which comes out, and I'm adding some of them, and you mix them very well, and you keep them overnight. As here I have done the meat, I have done it overnight, and then you see this, when you eat it will be very flavorful and it's very tenderized because of the yogurt and yogurt, salt, and all the spices you've added. And I just want to mention, the spices also helps in tenderizing the meat. And the next step what we do is, my fire is on. We start up with the the main secret for a good biryani is a clarified butter. Clarified butter or ghee, which you easily get it in the supermarket. So you heat that up. As it's getting hot, you add cumin seeds to start off. As they crackle, you start off with sliced onions. This is about 2 onions which I used, 2 medium-sized onions that comes to a cup. So you saute the onions, as you see they are sizzling. You saute the onions well. As they saute, the next step is you add the ginger garlic paste. As they saute, you get the smell. You saute till they are translucent. And then the next one is as they fry. I feel it has to be cooked for a little more time. As the onions, you add the ginger garlic paste. And you cook them. As it has to cook on a low, it has to cook a bit more. Once the onions are sweat, add the chicken. This chicken is being marinated overnight. You can see this, the good smell, good aroma. And here I add turmeric powder, coriander powder, chili powder. And chili powder I've just added very little. And here, as I've mentioned, I'm adding whole green chilies, which is being slit. The reason being because chopped green chilies, it might be difficult for people to eat. So this, just gives the aroma, gives the flavor to the rice. And if you want to discard it, you can just discard it. Just get the essence of the green chili and then you discard it. As you can see, a good smell. Now I'm adding some of the masalas. This is the ground spice what I've done. Actually, there are so many store-bought masalas which is available in the market. But I would prefer to add this because this you would get the flavor of house, like, very homely and very, very, very natural flavors. And this has, wow, beautiful smell. The aromas are wonderful. So let the chicken cook. Let the chicken cook for some time. Once the chicken gets cooked, we add the rice and water. I have the water ready here and we get it done. You see the chicken is ready. As you can see here, the chicken is cooked well, good aroma. And as you see, the green chili just imparts the flavors and all that. And the next step, the chicken is cooked. I have the soaked rice. I have the soaked rice which is already soaked for about 1 hour and I've drained the rice. Perfect. And we have a usual measure for rice. Like for every 1 cup of rice, you use about 1.5 cups of water. So I have the rice ready here. So you just mix it very well. And for this 1 cup of rice, I have already measured about 1.5 cups of water. And if you could have seen some of the cookery books, they would say 1:2. But I would always recommend you to use 1 and 1.5 because there's water and the juices what comes from the chicken, so that adds on to it. So as you see, we have cooked it. Now next, we are almost ready, almost to the finish. Next thing we do, we just cover it. I use a silver foil and cover it. And let it be on a high heat for about 5 minutes. So it cooks and then you slower the heat. Now, as you see, it's being here. Most of the water is being evaporated. And as you can see here, the rice is cooked perfectly. It's not overcooked. And it's very important you stir from the sides. As you see, wow, the aroma is beautiful. And the chicken is all cooked. It's all taking its part. You see there's no water left, the water is all evaporated as you can see here. It's moist, which has to be, because the clarified butter, you have the yogurt, all that. So I think we are almost ready here. Nothing, everything is fine. And so now to serve, here the biryani, as you see, it's ready. You serve this hot biryani with raita. I have the chilled raita. So try this. You have the steaming hot biryani with chilled raita.